loves, welcome back to the channel. Jenny here, the Uncrafty Crafter. We're going to kit up this Staroar Stand By Me kit today. And I did an unboxing of this the other day, and I will be sure to link that up in the information at the top right corner so that you can check that out. I just put the canvas back in the little plastic wrap so that it would be safe whenever I got ready to work on it. But I wanted to go ahead and get everything kitted up, put all the drills in their little drill homes. The day that I unboxed this, this is the bag that all the drills come in. I had found some yellow drills that decided to come out of this little bag. There was a little nick in the bag and some of the drills had escaped, so I'm just going to kind of save those and put those in whenever I get to that color. So on the back of this little pamphlet that comes with your kits from Staroar, you always get a little key code, like type of like inventory sheet that gives you all the information that you need. And I like to cut this out and use these with just some Scotch tape to stick onto my containers whenever I label. So that's just something I love to do. Kitting up is one of my favorite things to do with diamond painting, and I don't know why, I just love it. I think it's fun. I like to see all the colors. I like to hear the noise of the drills as they fall into their little plastic homes. So crazy, I know. I'm using the 24-piece container system from Harbor Freight for this kit up. So let's get started. And I am running severely low on Scotch tape. So if I run out, I do have some little handy dandy labels that I can use if need be. But I just like to use the Scotch tape to label them because they peel up a lot easier. When I want to de-kit or kit down, the Scotch tape just comes up a lot nicer and doesn't leave any bunky, junky, yucky stuff. So I'm just going to cut this there. Put that out of my way for trash. Got my trash up there out of the way. How are you guys doing today? The day that you see this, it will be Saturday. So I hope that you've had a great week. I know we've had a really good week. It's weather-wise, it's been kind of gloomy and doomy out, but I guess rain is always needed, especially for the farmers, right? Okay, let's see. If I remember correctly, these are not, no, they're not in order. So what I'll do is just go ahead and cut each individual bag and then place them in, excuse me, in the containers as I go. So this first color is an orangey, really pretty shade of orange. You see that? Nice, pretty orange. Okay, and then also another thing I'm gonna do, because last time I had an issue with, which I mean, I guess I could just cut these and then tape them on here first, then put the drills in, then lock it back. But sometimes that little lock gets in the way visually. So I thought about just putting the label on sideways because they fit in the container that way too, perfectly. So, and this kit has 26 colors. So this storage container only holds 24, so I needed 2 extra. I had to steal 2 out of another box of storage containers. So we won't tell that storage container. We'll just act like that didn't happen. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do, is just pop the label on the side instead of on the front. That will work for me. So tonight, I know that I have talked like a ton about Mexican food lately. I know you guys are like, gee, oh, is that all she... But yes, it is all I think about since we have been stuck at home for the last 2 months. I have never wanted Mexican food as much as I do now. This is number 19. A19 is the symbol number here. 3340 is the DMC number there. So that will be symbol S. So I'm just going to throw the little baggie out of the way. Cut out that symbol. Try to keep my trash up out of my way. And tape. It's like, where did my tape go? Oh my gosh. And I don't always, like, I'll just use a little piece, but I don't like, it doesn't have to cover the entire label for me, as long as I just get it on there. The edges usually will stay laying flat. It'll be easier if I do it like that. The edges will stay flat. Well, that one was kind of, so I'm gonna have to make sure that when I put the tape on the next time, it's gonna be not go up on the lip. Let me just kind of snip that off. There we go. There we go. And what I'm gonna do is just set these off to the side and then put them in order after I get all of the little containers filled up. So that way everything is in order the way I like to go. And for me, I know a lot of people organize theirs in different ways, but I just prefer to label them or organize them in order that they are on the card, which is by DMC code. They label by DMC, and so that's how I put them in the box. So they're easier to find for me. Yes, 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 yes. That's a pretty pink color, like a fuchsia. So the Stand By Me kit, I had ordered it on Amazon a while back, and it was available on Prime. So I had it in just a couple of days, and I was like, yeah, because I know that just about everybody that I know of is, you know, having trouble getting diamond painting kits in a decent amount of time. I mean, everybody's stuck home wanting to diamond paint, and then it's taken weeks to get kits sometimes, depending on where you order from. So, Diamond Art Club usually gets their stuff out pretty quick. Although they have had stock issues lately, but that's number 11. 718 code there, make just a double check. But they are doing the best they can, and they're actually, I actually got a Diamond Art Club kit in the mail today, so I'm going to be doing an unboxing video of that very, very soon. Yeah, I'm excited. It's a pretty one. Very, very pretty. And the Staroar kit that I got from Amazon, I got here super duper quick. But the picture, if you can see right here, is just of a guy with his dog, and it's kind of with the rainbow sky, just kind of reminds me of like someone that is sitting there with their dog as they're getting ready to cross the Rainbow Bridge. And, you know, I shared a story in my unboxing video of a dog that I had when I was a little girl. And so it just reminded me of her, and super sweet. Super duper sweet picture. I love it, and I'm excited to work on it. I couldn't wait to get it kitted up because I knew that I wanted to get started on it soon. I'm still working on a big Diamond Art Club kit right now, but I like to do smaller ones on the side just because they move along pretty quick. So it's like I don't get bored, you know. Just a nice little change. $6,498, $6,498. Okay. Do you guys like to kit up? Is that something you enjoy doing? I know there's that tape where I had cut it off a while ago. I know some people enjoy, where did it go? I had that on my finger. Where did you go? Oh, there it is on my thumb. A little sneaky sneak. Little sneaky sneak. But yeah, the kitting up is fun for me. Some people don't like to do it, other people do. And I do really enjoy it. It's fun for me. It's relaxing, I think, in a way. Some people will just like, well, but I'm the kind of person that like loves organization things anyway. So I'm a weirdo about that kind of stuff. Back to the Mexican food. I got off track for a minute. We actually had, because all this time that we've been home, we haven't had any like Mexican food from the restaurants. So we've only like made our own at home, you know? And so tonight, Dale got off work this evening and he's like, what, do we need anything from town? And I was like, well, if you want me to be honest, I need some chicken fajitas from PV. PV is a local restaurant in the town where we live. Everybody calls it PV, but it's, and I'm sure I'm going to butcher the name, but it's Puerto Vallarta, something like that. But everybody here calls it PV. So I was like, I need some chicken fajitas, and I need some of their chips, and I need some queso. And he's like, call the order in and I'll go pick it up. And I was like, whoa. Like the clouds opened up and I saw like just angels floating. I was so excited. $33.71, $8.20. But yeah, so he brought the food home, and oh my Lord, guys, I'm telling you what, I foundered myself. I didn't even eat all my food. I didn't eat most of my food, but I still foundered myself. And then I went into a coma. I mean, complete hardcore. I was like, I think I'm gonna go lay down and take a little nappy nap. And my husband was like, I only got your belly full, huh? I was like, yeah. It's expected to take a little nap. No, my nap was like 5 hours long. 5 hours, like, he comes in there, wakes me up, and he's like, are you just going to stay in the bed? And I was like, no, I guess I'll get up. So, but I got leftovers. I can smell it. They're over there in the kitchen on the counter. And I'm like, it's calling my name again. Best thing I've eaten in 2 months. 100%. I was so excited. I've never been so happy. I think the only time I've ever been happy to get food besides now was when, after I had my kids, like, because both of them, I had C-sections, and so, you know, you weren't allowed to eat. after like midnight the night before. And so I, you know, you always come out of surgery and then you're like starving to death when you are actually out from underneath the anesthesia or whatever, you know. But yeah, I was absolutely hungry after and I remember with my daughter, I made my husband go get Dairy Queen. I wanted chicken fingers and French fries from the Dairy Queen and a big old giant Reese's peanut butter cup blizzard. So, yeah. And then it was my little guy's birthday the other day, so we had leftover birthday cake. And my husband's like, I guess I better get some of that birthday cake before you all eat it all up for me. He had only had one piece and it was almost gone. I was like, yeah, if you want some, you better go get it, because if it's left in there, I'll eat it. So, number 666, that pretty flaming red. Ooh, a little bit of static. I see that a little bit. They're like hanging on there. See that? To the sides of the... If that becomes a problem, I'll just throw a little... I have one here somewhere next to me. It's a little dryer sheet. You can cut up little pieces and stick in there and kind of shake around. And that'll keep them from... Or that'll kind of help take the static out. But there's not enough of those colors to be a problem right now. Not enough of these in that container anyway. Oh, so here's something else I wanted to mention to you guys while I'm thinking about it. So the other day I had mentioned, I can't remember what video. I don't know if it was a whip and chat or if it was when I was doing another kit up video. But my neighbor's chickens, I had talked about, you know, finding eggs. And should I take those to him or just keep the eggs or whatever? You guys are not going to believe this. My husband had been griping for days because some of the chickens would not stay off the front porch. Like he'd run them off the front porch and then they'd be right back. Well, the other day I had got a package in the mail and I went out to the porch to get it off the porch, and I just heard a brrr noise, you know, and I was like, what in the world? And I looked, and there was a little hen laying underneath we have an old antique wooden, like really old antique wooden wheelbarrow that sits in the corner of our front porch. And underneath there was a hen, and she kind of jumped up and ran off when she saw me come out. And there were a ton of eggs under that wheelbarrow. Like, they laid there for a couple of days. I told my husband, I'm like, you're going to have to do something with those because I don't know how long they've been there, and it's been hot and humid, and I don't like the idea of like eating those eggs. So anyway, he went and got rid of those eggs today, and there he counted 20. There were 20 eggs underneath the wheelbarrow. So she'd been busy, or a few of them have been busy. I'm sure she's not the only one laying eggs under that wheelbarrow, but anyway. So anyway, yeah, there were a ton of eggs and he threw them all out. So now we get to watch and see, make sure to catch all the ones that we see from here on out. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, the chickens are super cute to watch. They like hang out all in our yard, and they're not really too much of a nuisance, only when they're not. Like every once in a while they'll get up on the patio and get into stuff and like make a mess or, you know, muck and gom around. But for the most part, they're pretty good and they're so fun to watch. They're fun to watch. I can't help it. I want chickens of my own, but I don't know that I would be like super 3371. Where are you? How come I'm not seeing it? Why does this always happen to me? Did I drop it on the floor? Maybe? Or is it laying right here in my view? 3371. It's number 20. No, it's not on the table. The last time that happened, it ended up in the trash pile. But I don't see it. Well, let me look down here on the floor unless it's underneath one of these. Where did you go? You know what, guys? I'm a maniac. I just realized I'd already labeled it. That was another bag. Goofy me. So, I'm just gonna take this and put 3371 on it so that I'll know. I actually think that I'm gonna put it in a Ziploc bag because I need the extra container. Got some baggies here. Let me just grab one of these. Did not pay attention that there were more than one bag of 3371. So there's that. Okay, let me pour these in here. See if I can do this without making a mess. I need a funnel, I think, just to be safe. So let me grab a funnel. I have my big one handy here. I would have just poured them straight into the bag from the box, but knowing me, I would have made a mess. I already have several that just decided to just try and run away. They're like, let me go, let me go. I want to be free. Sorry about your luck. You're going in this little baggie, number 3371. Might make a mess even still. Getting a little close to the top there. Here we go. Go on. Go where you're supposed to go. Follow the leader. Okay, there we go. I would have put a few extras in here, but I don't know that it would have held all that, so better safe than sorry. Okay, now let's get back to business, right? 9:21. Okay, now we had that little almost disaster. Wasn't a disaster, but almost. Let's see, we talked about the chickens. We talked about the Mexican food. We'll talk about my little girl for a minute. So, her name is Jolie, Jolee. Jolie has decided, she's a year old, she's decided, she was so good. I mean, she has been such a good baby all this time, like not much of a whiner, crier. She wasn't very, you know, needy or clingy or, you know, anything like that. But, oh, and then, you know, I would put her in the bed, whether it be for naps or whether it be for actual bedtime. She would get in the bed, you know, and just kind of get all gushy, like, oh, yeah, I'm in my bed. I'm ready to go to bed. And, like, put her hands behind her head and, like, cross her legs and be all kinds of, you know, happy to be in the bed. She's like her mama. Apparently, she likes to sleep. But anyway, the last 2 weeks or longer, if I even mention the word night-night, she starts crying. Put her in the bed, she squalls and carries on like somebody's stringing her up by her toes or something. And I'm just like, And then during the day, if I set her down for 2 minutes, she's mad. She wants me all the time. I can't even walk out of the room. I can't go to the bathroom without her crying. And so I don't know. She's been teething. Other than that, she's been feeling fine. You know, it's not like she's sick or anything like that. So I don't know. I'm just like, she's wearing me out. Poor girl. I don't know. If I have her, if I pick her up, then she's all happy, smiles, and fine and fancy free, you know, but if I try to lay her down or sit her down, buddy, she's not gonna have that. So, I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. So what do you guys like think, that maybe it's just the teething, or is there like, I don't remember my little boy doing that. I don't remember him like hitting a stage where he was like super needy all of a sudden. I don't know if it's just because it's just a girl thing or what, but y'all, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. And you can't get mad at her because she's so daggone cute. Like, I just want to eat her up all the time. She's so stinking cute. Let's see, is this the only bag of 310? I see no more 310, so that must be it. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Because usually if I have a lot of extra 310s, I won't even open them up out of the bag until I need them. So I'm not wasting another container, and you never know what you might not even need to open the bag. If they give you plenty, you may have a lot extra that you can put back and save for a rainy day. Another project. But yeah, so she's so stinking cute. I can't get mad at her. She's not walking yet. She's wanting to so bad she can't stand it. So she like hops around on, if she's like crawling and she's wanting to get from one spot to the other and she has a toy in her hand, she literally hops and like uses her fist to like push herself along like a monkey. It's so funny to watch. She's just so cute. But this crying business and not letting me out of her sight business has got to go. I guess, though, one of these days when she's bigger, I'll wish that she, like, cried when I left the room. You know, when they get older and, like, don't need you anymore. So, I guess I should be happy that she loves me enough to cry when I'm out of her view. But yeah, we were going to have a 1-year birthday. I wanted to do the whole, like, 1-year birthday party for her when she turned a year old. But we had just started the whole, like, stay home order. And so I didn't end up, you know, having an actual party. We did a cake and let her, like, eat the cake and got all kinds of cute pictures. I had her an outfit already for her 1 year, like, pictures. And little flowery head bow and all that kind of stuff. But so we did that at home with just us. But after we had planned on having an actual party for her with friends and family after all this was over, but here it is 2 months later. Everybody's still leery about getting out of the house. So I don't know. We might try to have something later this summer. Did I do it? Nope, there it is, 6:02. I was getting ready to say, did I do it again? Guess I should pay more attention. But when I get to talking, yeah, my brain can't do a lot more than one thing at a time. So anyway, we might have something this summer for her. An actual party some point. But I'm sure it's going to be a lot different than what we expected, you know, because our family's big huggers and kissers, and we get up all in each other's personal space, and it's different now, you know. You want to hug and kiss them on your people that you love, but then you might get in trouble, you know. Nobody wants the Rona. But 209. Here we go. That's a pretty purple. Okay. Got that one cut out. How do you guys kit up? Do you usually kit up like as soon as your paintings get there? Or do you, you know, wait a little bit till you're ready to actually work on it? And what kind of storage do you use? I use these. I've got several of these, but I also use my Elizabeth Ward system, which I have right here. I can show it to you. I have my Something Sweet kitted up in this one right now, since I'm still working on it. Hold on a second. I've got all my, like, looks like, but yeah, this is my Elizabeth Ward storage system. You can see they're much sturdier, I guess, and comes with a lid and this little handles on the side. But yeah, I love this system. It's my favorite. Just because I got kids. I mean, my older kid, and then eventually Jolie's going to be big enough to start getting into stuff. She's already doing that now. But, you know, these are good containers, but those little things are easy to flip open. Whereas the Elizabeth Ward system isn't. Like, they're pretty much baby-proof. They're almost adult-proof. Like, I have a hard time getting in them. But one of these days, when she's big enough and she's able to get into these, I'll be thankful that I have the other one because less of a mess if she were to dump them. And I've heard horror stories. I've seen in groups on Facebook what's happened when kids have gotten a hold of their stuff, and I'm like, ugh. Eli, he don't really pay much attention to my diamond art stuff. But that's not to say that he won't. And I had 2 dogs that are nosy. They like to get in things too, so it doesn't help that I have dogs and kids that can make a mess. So, ooh, here's pretty ABs. I got 2 in a row right there. Let's look at these. Yep, I've got the white AB and a yellow AB. They're so pretty. Let me get them up close and personal. You see how pretty those are? So pretty. I just love how they sparkle and shine. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, man. I'm about close to almost the halfway point on the Something Sweet kit right now. Between making videos and being home with kids all day, you know, I'm like struggling with finding the right time to be able to diamond paint versus making videos and editing and housework and feeding kids and taking care of dogs. And so I'm really trying to, I was telling my husband the other day, I'm like, I need to come up with the time when you're home that I can get things that I need to get done while he's home and can be with the kids, you know. And that way I can focus on what I gotta get done and not worry that Eli's into something or that she's, you know, waking up from a nap. Because I usually try to do that kind of stuff when she's napped, like videos and editing or housework, that kind of stuff when she's taking a nap or late at night after everybody's gone to bed. Like right now, I'm filming this kitting up video after everybody's gone to bed. So, but this is also like my peace and quiet time after everybody goes to bed. And I enjoy doing this when it's quiet. It's like my time, you know? So, but just trying to find time to squeeze everything in, you know, is a little more difficult than some might think that it would be. So you guys that have school-age kids, how's that going, like school-wise? Like when does school go back into session? I know most everybody's like on actual summer break now, but how's it going to be when it's time to go back to school? Like, I know state to state is different, and as far as I know, we're going to be going back as normal, but I mean, I guess that could change. Like I've heard a lot of people say that their kids aren't going back until later in the fall or something. I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure. But our school system starts back like the very 1st of August. Like usually that first part of the first month of August, and usually falls around the 2nd, 3rd, 4th of August is when ours go back. And I'll have to say I'm nervous about sending Eli back, but what do you do, you know? What do you do? It's a scary time for people, and especially for parents, because they obviously want their kids to go to school, but at the same time, they're like, no, I don't want my kid to go to school and something bad happen, you know? But y'all ain't the only one who's like, kids, get out of my hair. Just, it's been like summer literally just started, summer break. But they've been home for 2 months. So we've had like the longest summer break ever. Like spring break, and then they never went back, you know. Mercy. This one's $38.53. Let me double check. Okay, so I think I do have another one of these. Or not. Nope, there it is. Okay. Number 24. I didn't see it right off the bat, so. I wanted to, like, go school shopping and stuff. I try to get school shopping, like, done quick, so I don't have to, like, wait last minute. And so I'm like, but do I need a school shop? You know what I mean? Because my luck, I had to go school shop and get everything that they need, and then they're going to be like, okay, school's not going to be in session until 10 years from now or something crazy. I mean, yeah, Eli always needs clothes, but, you know, no need in buying new book bags and brand new tennis shoes and all that kind of stuff if they're not going to need it right away. In my opinion, anyway, but it's been crazy, that's for sure. Crazy times. I never would have thought in a million years we would have ever ended up in this kind of situation. But here we are. I like that purple color. This kit has got a lot of pinks and purples, and I really like that because they're fun, bright colors, and they're happy colors. Happy, happy, happy. Happy, happy, happy. So with kitting up, is it your favorite, or do you like to kit down? That one is number 7. There we go, number 7. I don't really like to kit down. I've got several projects that I have not kitted down yet. I don't know why. I think it's just like, okay, I'm done with that. I'm going to move on to something new. So I love to kit up, but I'm not much on kitting down. I usually don't kit down a project until I run out of storage and I'm like, I need you, so you all got to go. Yeah. We've had so much rain that it's like the mosquitoes are already out. I've been seeing a lot of mosquitoes lately. And I don't know if Jolie is like, she's not, to my knowledge, been bit by a mosquito yet. But if she's anything like her brother, Eli, he can get bit like on the side of the face and his eyes will swell shut. He's like super allergic or whatever to mosquitoes. So I hope she's not like that, because, ugh, that's scary. I was like that when I was a little kid. I'm not as bad now, but I do still get bit quite a bit for whatever reason. Mosquitoes, oops, love me. They love me. My husband caught up on, well, he's getting caught up on the show Good Girls. If you watch that, comment and let me know, because man, oh man, could I just talk about that show all day long. I love that show. If you haven't watched it, it's on Netflix. Check it out. It's called Good Girls. And it's basically a bunch of moms. Well, not a bunch. There's a few. But that... I don't even know how you want to explain. I mean, they basically rob a place. And it goes downhill from there. So, he got caught up on, I think, I'm trying to think how many episodes there are in this new season. I think we're on season 3 now. And so he's getting caught up, and when he woke me up from my nap earlier today, after I went into my Mexican food coma, he was like, okay, I got to the part where blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my God, what did you think? And he's like, it just gets crazier and crazier. Like, you think it can't get any more crazy, and then it does. Like, it literally is, it's like one of those shows where you're like, okay, this can't get any worse. And then it does. So, but it is my favorite show. Okay, now I'm getting to the yellows that tried to run away. This little box right here is like, was a hard one to open. But yeah, it is such a good show. Probably in my top 5 at the moment. 100%. Now I'm going to take these little ones that are left in there and dump them in too. Because I'm not sure if I'm actually missing a whole bunch or just what is actually here. And I know there's a few little purple ones and dark ones in there, but that's okay. I'll weed those out when I get ready to use these. But, yeah, you have to watch that show. Super good show. You'll laugh, you'll cry, it's funny, it's sad, it's scary. And then there's this guy in the show named Rio. And holy cow. Like, I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, you know how women love the bad boys? Yeah, he's a bad boy. Show. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Rio. I'm like, I love him. So, okay, now I got all the colors done in their little plastic home containers. And then I'm going to put them all in this big container in order. And so they're in DMC order. But then I just look at this number, like 1 through whatever, and put them in that way. So they're easy to see. Let me just get these in order. 24, 25, 26. Done. Okay. And then here's these extra 3371s. I'm just going to stick them down in here. And bada bing. So, okay, that wasn't on there. You can take, like, when you get ready to work on it, you can take this, cut it out, and stick onto the front of your kit so that you know what it is. Or you can just take a piece of paper, write down Staroar Stand By Me, stick it inside there, or tape it on the inside so that you know what it is and what it goes with. And I keep this inside the tube, the plastic wrap, until I'm ready to work on it. So just take that back down. Now it's ready to go. Ready to go. So I will go ahead and let you guys roll. And I want to thank you for sitting here and letting me chit chat and kid up with you. And I appreciate the likes or the thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. If you didn't, you can give it a thumbs down. And if you did like it, I appreciate you subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell to be notified the next time I upload another video. And that's it. I hope that you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye.